Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium.
Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Gets through and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Vikings at 9-3 here on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. 23 yards the pick up there. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And again back to Kmet. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This defense for the Saints, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed, and then some.
2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
52. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Yellow. Lining. Ready?
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, 3.
This is caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave
From 3 yards out.
and the Saints get a bit closer. Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Running free at the 45. And it will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 30 yards. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
Brandon, that's what I call an oak tree play. That quarterback just stood in there, absorbed the hit, and still was able to deliver the ball downfield.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw.
The pass caught by Olave.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Now back to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A real and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Let's go.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Faster, faster. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Blue striker. Jackrabbit. Jack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
That story that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
Okay.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, here's Tua, rolling to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now receiver in motion left. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the foot.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
That's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain.
And Owen caught it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Boss.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hut, hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Winslow. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Right, right. Hut.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. Caught. It's Huff. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many of that to bring up 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check view. Ready.
Off the play fake. Foster. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and
1. Ultra.
Off play action. Foster.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Check.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Got it. On the ball.
They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Strike. Check strike. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Meanwhile, the throw. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Looking to throw. Foster. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready. Field, black. Hey, go Fury. Ready?
Here's Foster on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Down. Slide through. Hut, hut.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Hurry.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And as this defense walks off the